Hey guys, Becky with Design Bundles here, and I have another great Cricut tutorial for today. We're working in the software, and I'm going to show you a workaround method to create your own knockout text or knockout design. All right, let's get started. All right guys, so here we are in Cricut Design Space, and I just have a completely blank canvas. We are going to start from scratch. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create some text. Now, both files, well, both portions of the file we're creating will be starting from text. And I'm going to do the traditional mom knockout, right? Now, I do want to select a font that is going to be nice and bold. One that I really like in particular is called Uncle Grump. And then I want to create another text that is going to have, I'm going to put the names of my children. And of course, I am going to use a font with glyphs. So that's why that looks a little weird. So let me go ahead and update that for you. Now, if you're on a PC, you can find those glyphs using the character map. And of course, if you're on a Mac, then you should be able to use your font book. All right, so I just need to make some minor adjustments here. Okay, so now I am going to do a few things. You can do this the easy way or the hard way. I know that's kind of a trick question. So I'm going to first draw a square. This is the easy way. Let me specify. I'm going to bring my text to the front. I'm going to change the color of my square. I'm going to unlock my aspect ratio, and I'm going to move my square. Whoops. I'm going to position it so that it incorporates closely to my font. Now I can select both of these, overlap them with my letters. It's a little too big for my taste. So then we're going to take all of this, going to center it all together, and then we will take the blue square and the mom letters. Here, let me create a duplicate of this before I do that. All right, so the mom letters and the blue rectangle, and slice those out. So then I will be able to delete the rectangle and the inside of the letters. And there we go. So that is the easy way. That is the, hey, this is really quick, and this is where I'm at with my crafting right now. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with this type of cutout text. All right, so let's group those together. And I'm going to show you a more complicated, but I believe a more rewarding way to accomplish the same thing with just a little more flair. So we can actually get rid of the rectangle. We don't need that. And what we're going to do instead is I'm going to create several duplicates of my text here. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail, but I just want to say that we are doing our own version of an offset, and I have a separate video on doing this that will give you a lot more detail, okay? So I would definitely recommend checking out that video first. I'm going to put the link in the description for you below. So just make sure to check it out, because this is, I'll call this part more of an intermediate level, okay? So I'm going to select my top one and just move it out of the way a little bit. I'm going to select all the rest of these, and I'm going to change them to a different color, and I'm also going to change the fill to print. Okay, so just to make sure, my black is on top of all of my purple. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to start arranging these, and I'm going to create my own offset. Okay, now this offset does not have to be exact, but what you want it to do, you want it to layer all the way around your entire design. And if you use up all the copies that you have, that's okay, because you can create some more. So each time that you have to create more duplicates, you just want to send those to the back. Okay, so we're actually doing pretty good there. And of course, there are some parts that we can smooth out if we want to. And then we want to select all of our purple pieces, and we want to weld. And we want to make sure that those are nice and welded together before we go any farther. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this because I know it's looking a little rough, but bear with me, guys. So I'm going to switch from a print to a no fill, and then I'm going to use my contour. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to use hide all contours. So then I just want to select the outermost contour, and that is the contour that I want to use or to include. So we're going to exit out and see how our design looks more complete now without some of those offsets included in there. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom out just a little. And we'll change this to a different color. How about a nice bold red? Now we're going to align all of these, bring your text to the front, and we will use our align again to center. Yep, everything looks good. So then let's go ahead and move that text because it'll just get in the way. Select both of these and slice. And once that is done, we can go through, select the part that we want to keep, delete the part that we don't. And then if we use our arrange again, or our align again, and recenter, now we have our background subtracted out from the mom letters in our design. And now you will be able to, this is really fun because you can fill the back part with photos if you want to. We have another tutorial for doing that in case that's something you want to know. And you can also layer this in 2 colors. All right, so really, really cute. I really like doing this style of knockout. I just think overall it looks better than our original. While the original was super easy, much, much easier. Okay, so it's still a contender, but having this style up here that we had to work a little harder for, I think that's definitely the cuter and more in-demand style. So, all right, guys, well, let's wrap it up. So guys, how did we feel about creating our own little knockout text design? Of course, like I said, I know that it takes some getting used to create an offset that way, but that is unfortunately the only way to do so in Cricut Design Space. That's okay, we got it worked out right. With a little bit of practice, I promise you will absolutely get the hang of it. And don't forget to check back on that other video that I told you where we really focused and got in really close on making those offset designs. So hopefully you learned a thing or two. If you have any questions or any comments, any video requests, make sure you leave those down below. I always love to hear from you guys. It really makes my day to go through and read the comments. So of course, make sure you give us that subscribe. It helps us grow the channel. That way we can keep bringing you these really awesome tutorial videos. So, all right guys, I'm gonna wrap it up, but thanks again and we'll see you next time.